but I definitely... Did you see that light flicker?
Yeah.
Come on, Chance. If you want to knock my teeth down my throat, it's fine, Chance.
If you don't know me, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Chance, but everybody, on this platform knows me as Cyraxx. Even though my channel says Scarface, people know me as Cyraxx.
Before the internet knew him as Cyraxx, he went by the name Chance Wilkins. Chance was born September 1990 in Akron, Ohio, and considering the amount of health problems Chance was born with, he was lucky to survive the birth.
You see, when I was born, I wasn't supposed to live. I was born 2 pounds 15 ounces, or not a sec, 2 pounds, yeah, it was 2 pounds 12 ounces. And not only that, but I was born with 1 kidney, 1.5 functioning lungs, and, a whole bunch of medical problems. I was also born with scoliosis in my lower back, on top of many other conditions, like I don't know if you guys can tell, but I do have a lazy eye. This one right here is actually blind, so technically I am half blind. I do have unconfirmed Short-John-Paul syndrome from the doctors, because we went to the doctors, they did confirm that yes, I do have it, but they have to do more genetics testing to find out for sure. But they're pretty sure I do have it, which is the reason for this right here. I don't know if you can tell my facial features, but it's there.
As well as being dealt an incredibly bad hand with his health, Chance also had a tough start to life with his family.
My mom, who by birth is my grandmother, who took me in, she then became my mother. My real parents couldn't take care of me. My biological father, he went to jail the day I was born. For God knows, but I still don't know what he went to jail for to this day. And my biological mother, she did not have the mental capabilities to take care of me. So, I was raised by my grandmother, who, when she adopted me, became my mom. I had to watch my dad, who was a former military personnel. I've had to deal with deployments, with him being overseas, fighting wars, being here at home. And what did he do after he got out? Instead of honoring his country and being a man and helping my moms take care of me as a kid, what did he do? He ran out. And what did he do after he ran out? He started wasting his life away on drugs.
Chance's mother drank when pregnant, which has led many to believe that Chance has alcohol fetal syndrome. When Chance was very young, she would die in a house fire. She was cooking something on the stove caught fire and it got out of control, and she was killed. Chance also had an older brother named William who went by the name Billy. Chance absolutely adored Billy, but Billy would unfortunately pass away due to cancer, and although Chance did have other siblings when growing up, he didn't have any kind of relationship with them. As Chance mentioned, his grandmother, Sally, legally adopted him when he was just a baby, and he had his own room in her house, in the basement. Chance refers to Sally as his mother. Growing up, Chance and Sally never had much money, relying on food stamps just to get by. Chance certainly had a tough start to life, with his health and the family he was born into, and according to Chance, life didn't get any better when he started school.
And, growing up through school, I did get picked on. I got bullied way more than most. I got judged. I got beat up every day. I was that kid that was an outcast in high school. I was that kid that didn't have very many friends.
When Chance was around 15 years old, he was eating lunch on a second-story balcony at school when he fell. Although some schoolmates would go on to claim that Chance actually jumped. Either way, Chance split his head open and it took over a week for him to recover. Chance would not be allowed to finish school. He told us he was forced to leave the school for his own safety after he was inappropriately touched by another student. After Chance had recovered from his fall or jump, something miraculous happened to him. Chance firmly believes that after his fall, he was endowed with creative superpowers. These new superpowers would turn Chance into a true Renaissance man, with a passion for music, artistry, game development, and even filmmaking.
Okay. Time to fix my skateboard. See what we can do here. Let's see, wrench. Here we go.
Hey, what the hell? Are you kidding me right now? What the hell are you doing picking me up? What? What's the matter? You never seen a talking wrench before?
I'm freaked out right now. You're a freaking wrench. You are not supposed to talk.
Chance found that he could now play the piano better than ever before. He didn't know what the notes said on a page, but he could just play. And he could create art like he never could before, producing amazing drawings and paintings. Chance suddenly was just an all-round entertainer.
One minute you're glued into Instagram. Next minute you're glued into TikTok. What's next? Like, come on, what's next? What's next? Like I said, what's next? You younger kids jumping on OnlyFans with your moms playing Roblox or some shit. What's with y'all, man? Come on. When I was a kid, we didn't have half that shit. We had when I was a kid, we had outside.
Chance may have had all this new creative talent, but the passion that trumped all others was his passion for music.
My ultimate dream is to make it in the music industry and to start my own record label for people like me who work their asses off every day to make it in the music industry. All I want is to, make it in the music industry and make money so I can help my family get by. That's all I'm trying to do, is help my family get by using the skills that I have. Because we're just barely getting month to month.
Chance felt that because of his appearance, that it would be difficult for him to make it in the music industry, thinking record labels wouldn't want to sign him because he looked so different. He may have thought his appearance would be a problem for everyone else, but Chance definitely didn't have a problem with who he was.
I stand 5'3". Yes, I'm weird looking. I'm proud to stand out. I'm proud to live the life that I live.
In 2010, Chance officially launched his music career, and he quickly gained some notoriety because of his unique look. But just because he was getting attention because of his appearance, didn't mean he wasn't a talented musician.
I'm that's a playboy. Check, la la la. Get you in the vending machine. La la la. Come for me. Company. I'm good. But my life is glorious, and I'm so victorious. Take a look, I'm a symbol of greatness. I'm gonna give me obvious, and for the secure to win, believe I'm so notorious. Everywhere the outlets there, people writing songs. Their voices never share.
No one dare to disturb the sound of thunder.
Chance would take inspiration from Linkin Park and would try to beat the lead singer, Chester Bennington's Scream record. Chance was also a huge fan of the Insane Clown Posse and considered himself a juggalo, the name given to fans of the group. Chance believed he could sing as well as dance. He thought he was the full package. He certainly had a unique sound, and this unique sound helped him gain some genuine fans.
I also want to give a huge thank you to my amazing fan base, which is all my friends and a few others.
Despite having such a tough start to life, Chance seemed to have come out of it all a nice, pleasant young man. A young man who meant well and was just happy pursuing a dream.
But you know, I do appreciate all the love that I'm getting for this channel. It really means a lot to me, guys. Y'all are amazing. I am pretty sure I'm not the only one that pretended that sticks or swords and shit. I mean, I remember those days where you used to do that. You used to play, like, you know, sticks or swords, guns, all that good stuff, man. I miss it. I miss being a kid. Are you stuck again, boy? Say hi, Bandit. Hey. Say hi. That's Bandit. That's my boy. I hope you guys enjoyed this little behind the scenes tour of my little makeshift studio. I'm actually working on getting a new mic and a guitar and stuff here next week, so I will have that all set so I can hopefully start working on some better guitar stuff and whatnot. But until next time, guys, take it easy, be safe, and keep rocking out.
Chance would spend a couple of years working on his music and uploading videos to YouTube, and in late 2012, Chance was signed by a music professional named Eric Scrubolo, after Chance got in touch with Eric.
And to be honest with you, in the beginning I felt bad for the guy, and you know, I had a little clout, and he was trying to be a DJ, and I'm like, okay man, well, I mean, I kind of feel bad for you. Of course you've got some problems, and let's see what we can do.
Chance was overjoyed to be signed by a professional, as it meant he didn't have to go out and get a real job. A real job would only help distract him from his goal of making it in the music industry, and he had just taken a huge step towards that goal. However, the relationship between Chance and Eric was not a smooth one. Eric would accuse Cyraxx of stealing his songs, as well as the name Cyraxx from him. Of course, Cyraxx has always denied stealing anything. Cyraxx and Eric's relationship officially came to an end in 2013, with Cyraxx throwing his dog tags, with the record label's logo on them, into a lake thinking he could do better than Eric. However, Cyraxx quickly regretted doing this and would apologize to Eric with his then girlfriend Heather. So Chance, or Cyraxx as he was calling himself, and Eric were over. And contrary to popular belief, at least according to Cyraxx, it was he who ended their working relationship.
One of the more famous ones that you guys might recognize from the underground is Killer Clown Sounds. The co-owner of that is Eric Scrubolo. I actually left that label because it wasn't paying, because I got tired of being screwed over. Not saying he's a bad guy, but he just doesn't know how to run a record label the right way and pay his artists. Yes, I'm proud of what Killer Clown Sounds has done for people. I'm glad about that. But, you know, I quickly realized, you know, I need to be making money. I can't be sitting here doing this free for the rest of my life. And ever since, I've been on the hunt for a record label, because all my friends and family are like, dude, you have skills. You deserve to be signed. You deserve a chance. You deserve a shot to be signed. Because your voice, you could do so much with.
According to Cyraxx, their relationship ended because he didn't do what Eric had wanted him to do. Cyraxx would not sell his soul to anyone. He wanted to make his music his way. He was going to make it in the music industry being himself. So Cyraxx was back to square one, making music in his grandmother's basement for no money. And people began wondering how Cyraxx could afford to live without having a real job. The music wasn't earning him any money yet, so how could he support himself?
You see, a few months ago, my mom was struck by a car. She was sent 10 feet and now has severe problems and is almost disabled. So while our roommate goes to work during the daytime, I stay at home to help take care of her.
His grandmother, or mother as Cyraxx referred to her, was getting paid for the accident she was involved in, so he could afford to not work just as long as Sally kept supporting him. Despite telling us a real job would get in the way of his music, he now told us he wanted a real job, but he needed to look after Sally. Cyraxx carried on making music, hoping to be noticed by a record label. He was confident that after Eric, someone else would come along that would actually pay him this time. But the weeks turned into months, which turned into years, and no one was getting in touch. While he waited for a record label to sign him, he spent time pursuing his other interest, filmmaking. He may not have had a big budget for his movies, but he had what mattered: creativity and passion.
Why do you seem so scared? All I wanted to do was play with you.
What was that?
Please come and play with me. I am so lonely. You're not afraid of the dark, are you?
Hello? Anyone there? Oh. Nobody here. No. Huh? Where am I? Hey, what the hell? Wait, what? Dude, who are you? Who am I? Who are you? I asked you first. Oh, let's fight. Come on. Nice try. Nice try.
What's the matter? You scared? You better run, because I will kill you.
So, who are you? I don't know, who are you? I'm you. Wait, you're me? No, I mean you're me. Wait, what? So you're me, and I'm you. Yeah, you're me. No, you're me. No, you're me. No, I'm not. Yes, you are.
Cyraxx was dedicated. He would wake up in the morning and start work immediately on some new music, or do his movies, or work on some new artwork. Whatever it was, Cyraxx was always working day and night, often missing out sleep completely to work on projects. He may have been a hard worker, but he just wasn't getting the fans he needed to get recognized.
Like right here is all my music on Spotify. As you guys can tell, like I have 2 albums and then 3 singles. And I currently have 9 listeners. That's because I haven't put out anything in a while. And then I got 1 follower. These are like all over the US, so...
Despite not making a dent in the music industry, Cyraxx believed he had already made it in some way, and decided it was now time to teach the younger generation how to be a success like he was.
I'm also here to tell you about why you should not sign to any mainstream record label, and why you should do everything on your own, and how to virtually do it with very little to ultimately no money. I know what you guys are probably thinking already. Yo, this guy's crazy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Like, this guy isn't professional. Truth is, I am professional. And today I am going to be teaching you guys how to make it in the music industry with no money at all, step by step. And yes, you heard me right. I'm going to be showing you, you watching, how to make it in music with no money at all, using these simple apps right here on the side here. I know this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You will have to put in several months of hard work, but believe me, it's very, very worth it in the end. Because in the end, you'll not only have, been saving yourself hundreds and thousands of dollars in the long run, but you'll also be able to keep ownership of all your stuff without having to worry about a record label, when you get paid, when you don't get paid.
Cyraxx, after 8 years at this point of trying to get signed by a record label, seemed to have come to the realization that it was not going to happen, and instead started to sound very anti-label, talking more and more about doing things on his own terms, and now he was teaching others as if he had made it in the music industry. Cyraxx may have thought that he had made it in one sense, but he had not. He was not signed by a record label, and although he had made plenty of songs, no one was listening. It was now 2019, and after 9 years of trying to get signed by a genuine record label, it seemed like it was finally going to happen for him. 2 record companies suddenly appeared, and both were fighting for Cyraxx's signature. One was Ram Ranch Records, run by a man named Music Biz Marty. Marty, though, seemed more interested in making money off Cyraxx through merchandise. This worried Cyraxx. He didn't want to compromise his art just to make a quick buck. Then there was the other record label, Bender Boys Records. And Bender Boys seemed much more interested in the music side of things rather than merchandise like this Music Biz Marty guy. Cyraxx decided it would be much better to sign with Bender Boys Records as to not risk his integrity. 9 years of working hard. 9 years of sleepless nights, 9 years of pushing all the time to make it, and finally it had happened. Cyraxx may have now accomplished his dream of being signed by a genuine, paying record label, but at least he didn't let his success go to his head.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Cyraxx in the house. I figured I'd just come in, kick it with y'all. Figured since I'm making it big time, may as well rock the swagger to go with it, boys. Shout out to the Bender Boys. What's good, bro? Shout out to BBR. Bender Boys Records, what's good? I figured I'd come in, celebrate, kick it, chill. Got a brand new dope ass track dropping with some of the homies. And you see the back of this jacket right here? Soon enough, the BBR patch is going right there, boys. You're looking at the new hottest artist on the scene. And if you ain't subscribed to Bender Boys Records or the Bender Boys YouTube channel, go check them out, son. I have to thank, above all else, 1, my family, 2, God himself. And most importantly though, I do want to thank God for giving me this opportunity. Young Tom Cruise my ass, man. I ain't no Tom Cruise. I ain't trying to be no Tom Cruise either.
Okay, so maybe he did let the success go to his head, just a little. But why not? He had made it, after almost a decade of hard work. So why not get a little cocky? What could possibly go wrong?
Yo, Cyraxx, I got an announcement to make.
What's up, dude?
Well, the video's not doing as well as we thought it was going to.
Yeah.
And, speaking with the team here at Bender Boys Records, they deemed you unmanageable.
How?
And then, we had to sell your contract, man.
Wait, what the Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
Are you No, dude.
We sold it this morning.
What about that shit?
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, the video didn't perform as well as we thought it was going to.
Dude, are you serious? I put in all that hard work for nothing? Are you serious right now?
Well, we sold the contract.
Bro, you're stupid. You're stupid, man.
To who?
What the man? I put in all that hard work for you and the crew for what? What the man?
Well, we sold the contract, so you're still signed.
You know what? You and the boys, I'm doing this on my own. You.
Cyraxx may have just had some terrible news, but he wouldn't let this deter him. He knew he was the real deal and that this was just a small setback that he would overcome. And plus, it wasn't his fault his music didn't perform as well as it should have.
But a lot of people seem to think that, that I basically was unmanageable. And that's what the Bender Boys have told everybody, so that's what everybody's going to believe, right? But Siznak, here's what you don't understand, dude. It's not that I was unmanageable. It's that I saw right through your little trap. See, you wanted to write songs for me and have me sing those songs that you write. But the truth is, that's not how a true artist works. Every single song I have put out, every single song that I've released, I have not once written at all whatsoever. None of my songs are ever fucking written. They're all from the heart, on the fucking spot, done organically and naturally. I will not be held back by a record label anymore. You guys didn't kick me from the label. I left on my own because I felt like I was being tied down. Which you can tell people that, you kicked me or whatever, that's on you. But we all know the truth. We all know that I actually left on my own accord.
Yes, in Cyraxx's mind, he actually left the Bender Boys. He left them because they were trying to compromise his art. And since it was Cyraxx's idea to leave, thankfully there were no hard feelings.
See, you bend over bitch down here. You guys are still struggling to get any kind of notoriety for your music. Me, I'm way up here getting notoriety for my music, gaining a fan base through my streams, and doing what I gotta do. Now, you can try to prove me wrong all you want, but the truth is, every time you fail. Because all you do is smoke PCP and do drugs. I'm not about that life.
Cyraxx told us that the Bender Boys were not at his level and that they did lots of drugs. He also told us he was not about that life, because he had lost far too many people to drugs in the past.
My old bandmate and best friend, Brian Hildebrand, who was one of the vocalists for my high school band, Laced in Sickness. About 4 to 5 years ago, he passed away from a drug overdose on heavy-ass drugs. And that killed me because that was one of my best friends from high school. And then a couple years later, I lost my mentor and brother, Kota Oda, to an accidental drug overdose. So focus. You want to know what my drug of choice is? My music. That's my drug of choice. I'm addicted to my music.
So Cyraxx would always stay away from drugs, wouldn't he? Cyraxx wanted to do his own music. He didn't want to sing what the Bender Boys wrote for him. Cyraxx told us that he didn't even write his own music most of the time, that he would just freestyle off the top of his head. Coming up with lyrics on the spot takes a tremendous amount of talent and quick thinking. Thankfully, Cyraxx had no trouble with this.
They wanna get a for me, everybody always wanna try to keep me from making history of my name. Here I am looking right at you. Here I am running right over every single one of you. And then I'm gonna keep going till I get mine. Haha. Sex ain't nothing but eyes, man.
Cyraxx wanted to make it in the music industry for himself, of course, and his family, but he also had other motivations for wanting to make it.
As long as I can help even one person through through whatever they're going through, I've done my job. If I've helped even one person, even if it's just one person, whether I get paid or not in the long run, I care more about helping people.
He certainly had honourable motivations, wanting to help people with his music, but he had dreamed of being known all around the world, and now he was talking about just helping one person. Perhaps the years of not making it in the music industry had dampened his dream somewhat. Regardless of what exactly he wanted out of the music industry now, one thing was for certain. It was over for him and the Bender Boys.
Congratulations, bend over, bitches.
Cyraxx was not happy his relationship was over with the Bender Boys, and even though he claimed it was he who actually left, he still seemed a little bitter. But the thing that got to Cyraxx the most was who the Bender Boys sold his contract to.
Do you want to know who we sold it to?
I already know, music, Marty the bag.
Now, with his contract in the hands of music biz Marty, his worst fears were coming true.
Marty, I don't understand why you're doing this. I don't know your reasoning. All I ask is that all I kindly ask you, man, take down your shop, man. Please, I am begging you to take down your shop and stop all this. You can run your record label, do whatever you want. That's fine. That's whatever. That's all I ask. I have no words to describe how sickening this is. You are degrading me. You're ruining my image as an artist, as a person. I will help you find artists if that's what you want. I will help you find artists. I have connections to several people. Hell, dude, one of my best friends from high school is Matt, also known as PFV on YouTube. He's one of the best rappers in the world. And that you please take down the shop. Please. Take it down.
Cyraxx was clearly not happy, but what could he do? Marty was all about the money and not the love of the music. But at least Cyraxx's name was getting out there. He may not have been famous, but he was more known now than he was at the beginning of his musical journey. And although he wasn't exactly a superstar yet, he still rode in famous circles.
If you guys know, I'm very good friends with, the man that played the green, white Ranger, the red Zeo Ranger, the red Turbo Ranger, and the black Dino Thunder Ranger.
So he was friends with famous people, and he thought of himself as a pretty smart guy.
Is being able to analyze any situation and pick it apart. See, I know how to pick a situation apart. How do you think I was able to pick your little plans apart? How do you think I was able to pick your plans apart of how you guys want to get me shut down? To you guys, I'm the next Chris Chan. That's all it is.
Smart, famous friends, and talented, Cyraxx knew that it was just a matter of time until he made it in the music industry. He thought he had come close to making it with Eric, and he thought he definitely had made it with the Bender Boys. However, unbeknownst to Cyraxx, the Bender Boys were secretly this Music Biz Marty character. Marty was a troll. There was no record label in the first place. Music Biz Marty had made the whole thing up just to mess with Cyraxx. The Bender Boys did not sell any contract to Music Biz Marty. There was no contract. There was no Bender Boys. There was no Ram Ranch Records either. Cyraxx believed Music Biz Marty was just another greedy manager, and Cyraxx really did not like him.
Marty!
Cyraxx!
You have no soul, you gutless. Hey, Marty, you want to see insane? How would you like it if I drink your blood after?
Now that
How would you like it if I drink your blood in front of your family? You wouldn't like that, would you? So, Marty, if you want to live, we can play a little game. We can play a little game. It's called exposing you for the monster that you are.
Okay.
You're a spineless, gutless coward who can't take no for a answer. No, and that's all you do, Marty. That's all you do, man. You sit up on the internet and you try to make everybody else look bad just so you can feel good about yourself, and it's stupid. You need to grow the up. You need to get a life and stop the man.
Hey, Cyraxx, I've been in the music business. What do you do?
No. What?
Stop!
No, this mother.
Stop!
No, this mother.
Somebody's down here. Nobody wants to hear it.
Yeah, Marty.
Listen to your mother, Cyraxx.
I ain't got to explain to you. You're gonna stop harassing me, or the next time I'm calling the cops. Plain and simple, Marty. There is no game. This is no game.
You'll never call the cops.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Mom, what's the number? All you do is butt this, butt that. No one gives a No one gives a Marty. No one gives a what you think. You're a coward who runs his mouth like a. It's time you shut up, grow up, man up, and get off the internet, you coward. If you're gonna do something, get off your fat lazy ass. Bring your ass up here and do something. Come on.
And Ed had to
I'm right here. Come on. Stop being a coward. Stop hiding like a. Come on, Marty. Come on, Marty. Quit running like a coward.
What the?
No, you talking about how you can always be my ass?
You want to show how you can beat my ass, Marty? Bring your fat ass up here and do it. Bring your ass up here and do it. If you can beat my ass, get off your ass and come up here and do it.
Why do you
Stop
keep
hiding behind the camera like a. Bring your ass up here.
Why do
Come
you keep
on.
provoking me?
You got my address.
Cyraxx would constantly call Marty out, asking him to come to his house and fight, stop all the talk online, and actually settle this feud in person, man to man. Marty accepted Cyraxx's offer, though it was clear Marty didn't know what he was getting himself into.
Cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, nah, likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain, I just wanna be greatness. 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 Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like
Whoa, whoa! Whoa! That was quick, Marty.
I mean, it had a 43-degree angle.
Got it.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend.
Marty wasn't kidding when he accepted Cyraxx's offer to come to his house and fight him. So Marty set off on his journey to have his showdown with Cyraxx.
Where's Cyraxx? I'm not sure where Cyraxx is, and he's blocked me on Facebook Messenger. So I don't know, but I would say that's not a good sign as far as his willingness to actually meet up. You know, he's the one who's dead set upon kicking my teeth down my throat, and I'm not going to let him do that. Yeah, I would agree that he's not going to come out of the house, but we'll see. But I definitely, did you see that light flicker?
Yeah. Are you live?
Yeah. I don't know why he does this. Like, why talk all that?
For so long.
You know, he's not going to call the police this time. He can. I don't think we're doing anything illegal.
No, we're just standing in the street.
Accepting an invitation.
Yeah, and it's not like you threatened him. He threatened you.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to resolve this, like, peacefully. Ideally. Come on, Chance. If you just want me to go away, I'll go away. Come on, Chance. Just talk. Come on, Chance. If you want me to just go away, you can tell me to go away. What does that say on the door? No loitering or harassing? Cyraxx, I'm not going to stand here all day, buddy. If you want me to go, I'll go. If you want to knock my teeth down my throat, it's fine, Chance. Chance, let's just talk.
See, this is what I'm saying. He is going to be quiet. He's not going to go live. He's probably watching the live. And then when you leave, he's going to go live and then act like you chickened out. Probably. Pathetic.
I might just have to get a hotel and stay overnight. And
I know, man.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks. Do you know this guy over here?
That house?
Yeah.
No.
No, okay. How can they not know him? Come on, you got to hear this guy screaming all day, right?
Actually, no.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
So-
I work all the time, but
Fair enough.
they seem like quiet. They keep to themselves for the most.
When the lights are on. Is this what you wanted, Chance?
That's how I want it.
I hope you feel like a big man.
Who are you?
This is actually Marty, Chance's friend. He invited me over here.
No, he didn't.
He definitely did. Hello, is that Ed? How's it going, Ed?
I don't know you.
No, not formally.
What are you doing?
Chance invited me over here.
Oh, yeah, right.
He did. I was hoping we could resolve things.
I don't believe that.
Well, go and ask him. Listen, I feel bad for you. They got to deal with it. I don't know how you do it.
You need to go, okay?
Okay.
Because it's the best thing for you.
Okay. Well, let him know that I stopped by, and
Well, he didn't ask you to stop by.
he definitely did. He invited me over here.
What he just told his mother, right?
Well, he doesn't always tell the truth, right? Okay. Loud and clear, Eddie. I feel for you, to be honest.
You know, she's calling the cops. You better go.
All right, man. All right.
Despite Cyraxx being the one to constantly call out Marty to fight him, when Marty did show up, Cyraxx didn't want any part of it.
Shut the up, bro.
I was there to go and see you, and you hid behind your family. You sent them out there because you were too afraid. You sent your family out because you were too afraid. You bring your family into this.
It's not true. They did.
So where were you yesterday, Cyraxx? There's no way you didn't hear the commotion. You blocked me on Facebook Messenger, so I couldn't get a hold of you directly. That's a fact.
Why can't you just leave me and my family the alone like we told you to, bro? We have told you time and time again to leave us the alone. But yet, every time...
Why did you hydrate last night? I remember you hydrated. For what event? What event did you hydrate for?
Bro, this whole world don't revolve around you. It don't revolve around your ass. You're a... Every time I tell you to come to me on your own, you get my family involved.
Cyraxx, you invited me over to go and fight you.
Marty, what is it going to take for you to leave my family alone, huh?
Cyraxx, you said you're going to kick my teeth.
No, leave my family alone, dude.
You said you're going to kick my teeth down my throat. You hydrated for the fight. You did some shadow boxing. What happened?
Marty, shut the f***. This isn't about that, bro. Shut up, Burger Boy. You don't know what's going on. So
it happened less than 24 hours ago. Of
Marty,
course it's about
listen. Marty, listen to me, man. My family's been through enough already.
Just you bring it all upon them with your tough guy. Why don't you just admit you're a scared little...
Marty, why can't you leave my family alone, bro?
By now, everyone knew Cyraxx wasn't serious when he would issue his challenges. Cyraxx still seemed to believe that Marty was in the music industry. He appeared to think he was in some sort of great music rivalry. But of course, Marty was just a troll, and Cyraxx never seemed to learn. Marty would pull the strings and Cyraxx would dance. Cyraxx, though, in a strange way, needed Marty.
When was the last time you've had 180 viewers for anything that you weren't talking about me in? And Cyraxx, your chat is nothing but people that hate you. They insult you constantly. Like they laugh at you, whereas they support me. You don't have any real fans, dead or alive.
So Cyraxx seemed to need Marty, but he wouldn't need him for long.
There we go. Yeah, now I see. But everybody's been wondering where I've been, why I haven't been posting on social media, on Facebook the last few days, and there's a very legitimate reason why. See, a lot of people don't realize it, but thanks to the haters over on YouTube on my new channel, I got some exposure, got hooked up with a major underground artist who just happens to be working with some big names in the industry. And needless to say, guys, this ain't no joke this time. This ain't no games. your boy finally made it. That's right, man. Y'all heard it. I finally got signed to a record label as of yesterday night, last night, yesterday night, whatever you want to say. They are a major, very well-known underground label. By next year, I'll be performing shows, hopefully, once everything's said and done. I'm starting over from the ground up. Whole new name, whole new sound, everything. My first album is actually a really interesting title. It's called Weirdo from Mars. It's going to be super dope. Like, I'm super excited about this album, but when it's all said and done in sales, I myself will be looking at 20 grand in cash. Now think about that. 20 grand in sales for one album. Imagine that album selling for an entire year. Think about that for a minute. Let that soak in to your mind for a minute. You know, like I said, I'm back. I'm here to stay. And time to start making money for my family, dude. I ain't gotta worry no more. I ain't gotta worry about any of that shit, man. So to everybody that, you know, I rock with on the daily, I love you guys. Y'all know it. I'm actually about to bounce, play some 2K19 for a bit, and then pass out. So I'll catch all y'all, man. Love y'all, dude. Otherwise, when you guys.
Cyraxx thought he was going to be swimming in money soon with this new record label. But, of course, it turned out to be fake. Everyone else could see it was fake. Everyone except Cyraxx himself. It was all simply too much for him to take. Thinking he was about to achieve his dreams again and again, only for the rug to be pulled out from underneath him, and he just couldn't take it anymore.
In case y'all didn't know, I wanted to kind of keep this a secret, but now that the cat's out of the bag, I may as well spill it. I am personally taking a break away from YouTube for a good while to actually sit down and work on a book to release. I'm actually working on a book which I haven't done in for forever. And the reason why I'm doing that and stepping away from YouTube for a while, y'all can take your negative, shove it up your and go the somewhere else. Because I got no time for childish drama. I got no time for your childish.
Cyraxx, because of Marty and one or two other trolls that had appeared, needed to take a break from YouTube to work on a book. Trolls couldn't mess with him if he wasn't on the internet. But it wasn't long before he would return to the internet, and more specifically YouTube. He had almost allowed Marty and a few others to deter him from his musical dreams, but he was back to prove something to others and to himself. But if he was going to finally make it, he couldn't do it on his own. The last almost decade had proven that. If he was going to finally make it, he would need a little help.
Yes, that was solid, man.
Call me again and watch what happens.
Nice work, man. Yeah, let's try that again, shall we?